The guys don't know about the boat yet, but the first thing we want to do is see if it will start.
What makes you really interested in this one?
It's got a lot of compartments, a lot of room, and the price was right, I thought.
You mean after we negotiated?
Yeah, we negotiated a little bit.
When Matt found out they had 4 kids, he didn't want me negotiating anymore.
No, I don't want to rob the guy blind, you know.
We're getting ready for these guys. They have no idea. We told them they had to stay outside of the gate today.
I'm gonna go show you what I put on the gate.
People must have lost sleep last night.
I normally don't sleep.
What's the surprise? It's a strippergram, isn't it?
He's got his new shirt too.
Were you doing these?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
I thought you'd like the long sleeve.
No, I do.
Because I can bring you a short sleeve tomorrow.
Are these mine?
One of them's yours, and one is Roger's.
Is it extra lengthy?
I don't know.
Extra girthy.
You're gonna have to try it on and tell us.
Nice.
Well, we're here this Monday morning, getting ready. The guys are out there. We haven't let them in yet. We're waiting for Roger. When he gets here, we'll have...
Oh, I think he's here. Our shirt is gone.
Okay, so
Okay.
we're gonna bring him up and show him the project. And by the way, what do you guys think a good name for the project would be? Let us know. Leave us a comment. We'll pick the best name. Well, it's been a long time, but we finally did it.
What's that?
We decided to do something. Come on, we'll show you guys.
All right.
It's hotter.
Uh-oh. Well, it's like President's doing to wrap it? Yep. Nice.
Oh, yeah. Been 7 months looking for this thing.
This is a project boat.
There, pull. All right. 19-foot polar bay,
Oh, okay.
2002. And we are going to redo it. Sweet. I'm going to put a jack plate on. And actually, we are going to get that one running. He says it runs.
Got some problems?
New electronics, new electrical, new controls. I'm going to take it over this morning to the yard. Antonio's going to unload it. We're going to bring the trailer back. We're going to rebuild the trailer, although it's in pretty good shape.
You got 2 project boats.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys, we haven't put the keys in it yet, so we have no idea what works and what doesn't.
But first thing I want to do this morning, guys, is let's see if we can get that engine running.
Sure.
And then we'll figure out where we're going after that.
We bought this 2 weeks ago, so it's been a secret.
Been hiding it.
We've been hiding it. Yes.
He took the brakes out of the wheels.
With a boat this light, and I mean, especially if you're pulling it with your truck,
Yeah. Yeah, we'll redo the trailer. We'll get a new front end on it.
it's not a bad boat at all.
You know, obviously
Boat.
had a trolling motor on it at one point in time.
Yeah.
Let me hop up here and see if we can get the batteries on. We bought the boat. We didn't even we didn't even start it. This old thing, yeah, it probably needs a lot of pumping.
That's what she said.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's 2-stroke.
Is it?
And we don't.
Yep. Ready?
Is it gonna start? I guess it's a good thing we didn't test
Maybe
it
pump
with
some
the
more?
guy. He would have been sweating.
Ready?
Yep.
There's a choke. There's a manual choke right here. There she goes. Yeah, that's an old 2-stroke. All right, so there's something wrong with the shift. It is moving, the linkages, but not sure about the lower unit. But yeah, you can definitely tell it's an old 2-stroke.
It floats.
Steering.
Steering's tight, dude. It's hydraulic. I think with 140 horse, we'll probably put a new steering system on it. There we go.
Guide, come on. Tell me this doesn't bring back some memories.
Hey. I want that flag.
Right? See? All of a sudden, it's pretty
Hey,
cool.
Ma'am, we want that for behind the house.
Okay, let's go in the mechanics lounge.
Yep.
There's a place behind our house. When the tide goes out, it is a big metal thing like this big.
It's an old
that
piece of
sticks out of
pipeline.
the water.
Yeah.
Jet skis go by the 100 a day.
That's what I should do for my neighbor. He keeps ripping through covers because it gets to hard points, hard bends.
Yep.
And then the wind just rips through it.
Mhm.
And it just shreds the whole cover.
Yeah, the thing I wrote, it's got seats there. This whole thing opens up for storage here.
Nice. Oh, that's actually pretty sweet.
Yeah, all kinds of storage. All right.
That's a pretty nice cover.
Yeah, it's all right. Means good wash.
Well, I mean, sure, it's dirty, but I mean, the functionality of it.
Oh, yeah, it keeps it covered, that's for sure. Well, like I said, we'll get her downloaded, bring the trailer back over, and get started on the trailer. We have trailer parts. There's some in there.
Do we know where to buy trailer parts here?
Yeah, we can get them online. Like I said, it's too bad that Al's boat had to sink because that's going to take up all our time now instead of being able to focus more on this. But we'll get her done sooner or later. Get the trailer fixed and then bring that back, get the boat put back on, then we'll bring it over here, then we'll lift the old motor off. We'll put the jack plate on and then we'll probably take it over and let them hang the engine since it's part of warranty. Well, it started. It's not shifting, but it started. So that's huge. So either the lower unit's gone or something, I don't know. Would have thought that the guy we bought it from would have told us, but whatever, it's no big deal. We're selling all that anyways. In fact, we might already know somebody that wants to buy it. So,
I guess buyer beware and we didn't.
yep, buyer beware.
Yeah, don't do as we do.
My plan from the get-go was to repower it anyways, so I'm not too concerned about that motor. So come to find out that this trailer probably wasn't the original that came with the boat. The trailer guy came and it's a little short. We can make it work. The main reason we're gonna make it work instead of buying a new one is because it would be 6 weeks to get a new trailer and I'm not waiting 6 weeks. So here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna replace this. To make more room on the trailer, we're gonna loosen these bolts up, U-bolts right here, and we're gonna slide this forward up to about a foot forward. That'll give us another foot of weight on the boat. We're gonna replace the winch. We already got the bunks off. We're gonna reuse these. This is coming off. He's getting us a new roller for this. I don't know what kind of assembly, but something. These cross members, because they're all ate up, got holes in them. We're getting a new one there and a new one in the back. So those will be replaced. And then this axle is coming off and the wheels and the fenders, all this will be gone. And we're going to move these back as far as we can. We're going to mount torsion axles on here. So instead of this axle and leaf spring, it'll be, if this is the axle here, the wheels on here, and it just moves like this, up and down. That's a torsion axle. So that's what'll be on here instead of what's currently here, because this is not trustworthy. So Roger's going to start that this morning, start breaking all this down, and then next Wednesday the parts will get delivered and we'll start putting it back together.
So Roger was just saying it might be a good idea to replace our hardware or maybe put this in salt away and see how clean they turn out.
All right, so today we're working on our little project boat here. My goal for today is that I'm gonna start diving into the wiring. I'm gonna start disconnecting all of the DC distribution switch panel up there and disconnect the batteries, get the batteries off, pull all of the old wiring out. But in doing so, I'm gonna leave like a lead line. So when it comes time to put in all the new wiring harnesses and everything, there's already a line already ran in there. So it makes rerunning it a lot easier. And just as I go, I'm just gonna start making up a material list for new nav lights, GPS, probably a new radio, because I noticed that wasn't working. But either way, get all of that stuff out of there and then make way for all the new stuff.
Heading down to take a look at another air conditioning unit that's not cooling properly. Been having a lot of this lately because it's been so hot, and people generally, in my opinion, don't take good care of their air conditioners. A little bit of preventive maintenance once a month goes a long ways, but yeah, I guess it keeps me busy and makes me money. So we're heading down here to H-Dock at the Perry Hotel. It always seems like all the boats are always at the end of the dock, furthest from the parking lot. Not quite, but close. There we go. Let's go see what we got going on here. I guess I vaguely remember this boat. I don't know, just been on so many. I got the little tube of epoxy hooked up here. Now we're gonna hook this up, but we gotta put some pressure in there first. So let's take the keg here. We'll open that up. This has to be flipped over because it has to go in as a liquid. All right, let's see here. Put some pressure to this. Make sure this is working. There we go. Gotta bleed the air out once you see the liquid come out. Then you open that. Then you open that. Push the epoxy in. There it went. Okay. So when you're adding it, first off, everything with a 4, so that says 410 alpha. Anything with a 4 has to go as a liquid because it's a blend. That's the liquid sight gauge right there. And we have to add it slowly because you're putting a liquid in on the gas side, the low pressure side of the unit. So you got to go slow because otherwise you get the slug the compressor because the liquid goes into the compressor and you can't compress a liquid, so it shuts down. And you can see that's this ice on here. That's a sign of a air conditioning that has a leak or has low refrigerant. Believe it or not, it ices up. So I can tell we're getting better because the ice is starting to melt already. Still got a little bit of ways to go. All right, got that unit all serviced up and got the epoxy in it. It's running and it's cooling to capacity. We're just gonna have the charter company that maintains this boat keep an eye on that. And you can see the ice all melted off the sides and on the front. I don't know if you can see down there, but anyways, hopefully that epoxy keeps that thing running for a little while. If not, we'll have to buy a new one and put it in. All right, on to the next one.
Never seen one of them before. So what that is, there's a mechanical linkage at that goes through a cable that goes to a, what I imagine is probably a 3-way valve to recirculate, empty. So probably what it is when you go to auto, turn the bait well on, it fills it, then you go to recirculate, it'll close that and then it'll just cause it to loop around and aerate your, So we're gonna have new gauges.
Yeah, we definitely want to know how fast we're going, right?
Ah, that thing, I never use that. I just use your GPS.
Watch yourself. Yeah. Something fell out when I put my finger in there.
When was it?
Well, I don't know. I think there's some more in there.
I'm not gonna put my finger in there.
It shouldn't be like that, right? It shouldn't be like plugged up, should it?
Well, no.
What is that?
It's crap. It's foam. These should be the scuppers for, I think, just areas to look at. I'm just gonna take that blue tape.
Yeah.
And highlight it.
Okay, just remember this blue tape isn't gonna come off.
Well, we're gonna wax and buff and.
I would use smaller blue tape to mark off your areas and put it right on your affected area.
You want to just
because it is not fun cleaning it up.
Going around the outside, just double checking for any spots that need to be repaired. But while I'm out here, I was just pulling off all the old transducers, and I'm probably gonna just cut those and use those lines since they all go up to the front there as our lead line when it comes time to pulling new stuff. I might just take the lower unit off so it's less weight when we're pulling the motor off. And when we op tested back at the shop, it didn't shift. So give me a chance to see why it's not shifting. Is it just disconnected? Is it the lower unit? Good to know, especially if we're gonna sell this motor off.
Yeah, we know a guy that is interested in some part of it. It's supposed to help him with his boat or something.
I'm working on my old truck. One of the injectors is worn out, so I'm gonna be changing the injectors. First step is I had to drain the antifreeze out. Next, I'll get the clean that all up, and then I'll get the valve cover pulled off and we'll start pulling out the injectors. I got all my parts and tools laid out right here. Getting ready to go. I hope you guys can see that in there, but those are brand new injector sleeves that I put in all the injector ports in the head. So I got 4 done on this side. They have to sit overnight and dry. I'll put the injectors in tomorrow, and I'm gonna go start working on the other side. Got the 4 out on the left side. Just gotta get the cups out now. All right, I got those 4 injectors in. Got all the wire harness all hooked up. Next, I'm moving over to that side. We'll start putting those in. We got 4 empty holes here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Got all 8 injectors in. Bled the engine, or got the oil out of the cylinders. Cranked it over. Everything looks good, sounds good. This is a glow plug. Since I was in there, I changed out all 8 because sometimes as these get older, they can bulge up on the end, and then you have a real problem because the bulge, that metal is stuck down in the heads. I changed them out while I was at it. They're not that expensive. They're like 10 bucks a piece. And right now I'm just wiping down this valve cover a little bit and gonna put this on. Depending on what time it is, I might put some antifreeze back in it, crank it up and see what happens. It should run. Running smooth as his baby's bottom. I gotta go get some distilled water. All right, so we're done. We're gonna let the truck sit overnight, let those cups seal up real good. It'll probably need to be bled for a little while. It says in the book that it can be up to 50 miles where it's gonna run rough. We might have to, you know, do some ether starts or something till it gets all the air out of the fuel systems. Pretty happy with everything, the way it went. It was a big job, but we got her done. Thanks to my wife, she helped with her dirty face and all. And all right, we'll see you next time.